What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 5 pets who save people's lives part 2. So I think almost dying or getting severely hurt is something that just happens in people's everyday life, but today I wanted to count down some times where pets like your dog or cat actually save their owner's lives. So yeah, if you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure to click the like button down below. Let's see if we can smash 5,000 likes on this video, but with that said, let's get right into it. Number 5. So they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but if this story shows anything, it's that isn't always true. I mean, when this army dog was shot 4 times protecting her team in Afghanistan, her trainer said he'd do everything he could to save her, just like she saved him. But it wasn't easy, as she had to have major surgery and even lost a leg, but in the end she pulled through and lived. Obviously though, she couldn't go back to work, and everyone thought she was too dangerous to be adopted, but her trainer didn't give up on her and fought to give her a permanent home with his family. So yeah, it turned out she was actually great with kids and just wanted to run around and play like a normal family pet, and considering she saved both the trainer and his entire team from dying, he figured it was the least he could do.
There you go.
On the day Lakey got shot in May, instantly I felt the sense of urgency to fix her. Like, I owe this dog every moment that I have from here on out with my son, with my mother, with my family. I owe her everything.
Oh, good job, buddy.
They're not scary. They've done scary things, but they deserve homes, and they deserve good homes. The first time I brought her home, Liam, my son, he was just over 1 year old at the time. She went right up to Liam and submitted and laid down on her back, and my 1-year-old son walked over there and got on top of her chest and grabbed her.
Number 4. Now normally it's only characters in movies or TV shows that get crazy exciting backstories, but this kid got one in real life, and it's all thanks to a cat. Basically, this baby was abandoned in the middle of the night in Russia, and even though it was left with food and clean clothes, it was still way too cold for it to survive on its own. Thankfully though, a street cat called Masha discovered the baby in a cardboard box, and it apparently wrapped itself around the baby to keep it warm. Even crazier, it refused to stop meowing until someone showed up, and eventually they did, thinking that the cat was injured and crying out for help. But yeah, obviously they were pretty shocked when they saw the baby too, so they quickly rushed it to the hospital, with Masha even trying to follow the car. I don't know, I find it crazy that Masha literally saved the baby's life, because without her, the baby might not have survived much longer.
Я думаю, что случай уникальный.
Number 3. Okay, so there are tons of stories out there about cats with psychic powers, but it turns out the idea might be more fact than fiction, because this one really did manage to save someone's life. I mean, Rusty's owner knew she wasn't feeling too good, but she thought she'd just eaten way too much candy and decided the best thing to do would be to try and sleep it off. The thing is, her cat just wouldn't let her and meowed loudly every time she tried to sit or lie down. Not just that, but he would put his paws on her legs and on her lap, like he was trying to tell her she needed to get up. So here's where it gets crazy. Eventually, she actually listened and got herself to the bus stop, but she never made it to the doctors like she planned. Instead, she was forced to call 911 just in time, and they managed to stop her heart attack from turning into something so much worse. But anyways, I think the best thing about this story is that Rusty was actually adopted, so it's almost like his warning was his way of trying to say thank you.
This is the face of a guardian angel. Rusty may have 9 lives, but the 10-year-old cat is now credited with saving the life of his owner.
Without Rusty, I don't think I would be here today, and Rusty would be looking for another home.
Candy and cookies. But the 66-year-old registered nurse says Rusty seemed to sense something else was wrong.
Every time I tried to sit down or go back to bed and lay down, the cat would jump up on me, put his paws on my leg, pawing at my chest, letting out these horrible guttural meows.
Number 2. Okay, I have no idea what it is about animals saving babies, but it must be more common than I thought, because this is the second one on the list. This time though, it was actually a dog doing the saving when he discovered a baby on a casual walk around town. Now to be honest, I don't know how it happened exactly, but apparently he saw a plastic bag on the ground and decided to take it home to his master, who obviously realized it was so much more than a bag. So yeah, inside was a tiny newborn baby girl who had been abandoned since she was born too early and her parents didn't want her. Now thankfully the owners rushed the baby to the hospital and managed to save her life, and now we're even saying that they'll adopt the girl if the parents can't be found. As for how it happened, the owners are actually convinced it was destiny that their dog knew what to do, and to be honest, I think they might be right.
White plastic bag from a dump site and he brought it home. He kept barking until his owners daughter came outside to see what the racket was all about. She looked inside and she found a newborn baby girl.
The girl and her mother rushed the baby to the hospital for medical attention. Doctors say she weighed just 5 pounds and was likely born prematurely.
Okay, here's our honorable mention. So this next cat might be the smallest one in his family, and not exactly the most heroic looking, but it turns out that looks can actually be deceiving. After all, Taz the cat was famous for being pushed around by all the other animals in his house, but when things got dangerous, he was the one who saved the day. Basically, his loud meows woke his owners just in the nick of time, because as soon as they opened their eyes, they could see a ton of smoke everywhere. And so yeah, because of his warning, they were able to get all the animals out of the fire before things got way too dangerous, not to mention saving their own lives too. I mean, the story is really incredible, and Taz was even nominated for a Pets of Valor award, but he seems happy that things have pretty much gone back to normal. Anyways, I think my real concern here is hopefully this will stop the other cats picking on him. Like, geez, he did save their lives after all.
11 in Lancaster County, one family says they are alive today thanks to a feline friend. Now they hope his heroism will win big for other county animals.
A talker.
But it was Taz's loud cries that woke Reinhardt's fiancée last year when a cold January night got hot.
When Kathy and John woke up, they saw smoke everywhere in this hallway. They started grabbing animals one by one and then headed out the door.
The fireman had told us if we didn't get out when he woke us up, we wouldn't be here.
Number 1. Now for this special dog, saving lives is all in a day's work, and it turns out she's pretty incredible at it. I mean, Frida the Labrador saved over 52 lives since she started working on rescue missions, and she's been so successful that even the president of Mexico has thanked her personally. So yeah, basically it's her job to find survivors in the rubble after various natural disasters, and as long as you give her some goggles and her little khaki jacket, she's ready to go. In fact, during Mexico's last major earthquake, she managed to rescue 12 different people, and she's showing no signs of slowing down. And there's our video on the top 5 pets who save people's lives part 2. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever we upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to use your extremely handy form in the description to submit it. With that said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.